James Cannon, you're the organiser of the Cannonrun. Would you start to tell us a bit what the Cannonrun is, what it involves?
Okay, so we're a UK and European driving holiday. We do a package holiday for car enthusiasts who like to obviously drive their vehicles and have a little bit of luxury as well along the way. We pre-plan and we pre-drive the route. So, for instance, if we were doing a UK run, we'd take routes through the Lake District, the Peak District, Northumberland National Park, those sort of areas. The North Coast 500, obviously because the driving roads and the scenery is amazing. And the same applies when we do a European run as well. We take all the best driving roads, avoid motorways at all costs because they're a little bit boring, and try and make the best out of the route, as well as having great evenings out and lovely meeting points throughout the day for food and stop-offs. We also visit places such as the Ferrari Museum, the Bilstein Suspension Factory, the Porsche Museum, the Nürburgring in Germany. Everything car related, anything with motor and heritage we take into consideration.
I understand there's been an unfortunate incident happened on this last event. What's the story there? What happened there?
Yeah, unfortunately there's three gentlemen who were clients of ours who were on the last run, and they have been accused of speeding in Switzerland, and unfortunately they've been kept on remand in prison for the last 3 months in Switzerland, with no trial date set, but they've also had no charges pressed against them, and they're only accusations at the moment. And for the minor speeding offence, which it truly was, the consequences that they're paying at the moment are absolutely ridiculous, unheard of.
And how's it been for their families as well? What's happened there?
As any family would be affected by having a father or a husband or a son taken away from them, it's not nice for anybody involved, especially they've got children and they've also got jobs.
And two of the wives were arrested as well, I understand.
Yeah, two of the wives were arrested on the scene. They were, they came as almost a family holiday with their wives as a bit of a luxurious break. And when they were stopped, the wives were arrested as well. They were also remanded in custody for 5 days, and then released with nothing but a phone and a passport. So yeah, terrible from the Swiss side of things.
And they had to make their own arrangements to get back, did they?
They did, yeah. They had to they walked to an internet cafe because the Swiss police were that unfair with them that they just released them with no help whatsoever. And they had to then arrange transport home. The Swiss authorities have played no part at all in helping out the families or in any way, shape or form. And for, the minority that they've done wrong, it really is unheard of.
And how are the three gentlemen bearing up at the moment? Have you heard anything?
We only know that they're bearing up as best as they can. They're just managing it. Obviously, it's a massive change in anyone's life, going from a day-to-day good quality job, having a good family around you, to being thrown in a prison cell.
Yeah. What are the conditions like there? Do you know anything about that?
I've been informed that they're quite good conditions. That the prison is actually not bad as prisons go. But as far as the Swiss go themselves, I would hope that the UK would take better care of foreign people from outside of their own country.
Yeah. And what's happening? Have you heard any update on what's happening with them at the moment?
At the minute, all we know is maybe a possible hearing in September, which will then be nearly 6 months from the time that they were arrested. Yeah.
And what's the penalty they're likely to face if they are convicted?
They could look at losing their vehicles, which all the vehicles in question are over £50,000. They could face imprisonment of up to 2 years. But I think realistically, the charges will probably end up getting dropped because of how minor the severities of the case.
Do you think it's sort of an extreme action for some minors?
It's absolutely unheard of. Absolutely, it's ridiculous. I'm personally disgusted in Switzerland. How they can treat people so badly for doing something so so minute is beyond me. If they'd have issued them with a fine, or at worst, very very worst, took their cars off them and said you've got to pay X amount to get them back. But prison time, we're denied bail and being treated like real criminals is just not acceptable.
Are the UK authorities providing any assistance?
They're struggling to intervene because Switzerland is obviously its own country. They have their own laws in place and their own regulations and stuff, and there's not really anything that anybody can do, unfortunately.
Will this put you off going back to Switzerland in future?
No, even though the lads did something very minor, the other 47 vehicles out of the 50 that came with us, they didn't do anything minor at all, and we got through with no issues and no problems whatsoever. And the scenery in Switzerland and the roads and everything, if you abide by the law, it is a beautiful place to be. If you don't abide by the law, then unfortunately you pay the consequences like you do in any country, but it just so happens that in Switzerland they're very very severe consequences.
Okay, thank you.
You can just show us the route that the trip took there.
So we left London, and then we headed down over the channel to France, and then we crossed into Belgium before stopping in the Netherlands, which was Rotterdam, which was our first stop. And then we drove from Rotterdam down through Germany past the Nürburgring to Stuttgart, where the Porsche factory is, and then we drove from Germany then into Switzerland through Zurich, and we did all the Stelvio Pass. Before, where do we stop? It was just here. We stopped at the top, and then we came down through Maranello, which is the home of Ferrari, where the Ferrari Museum is and the Ferrari factory. Then we passed Pisa and Genova before heading into Monaco. We stopped at Monaco, and then on the way home we took 2 national parks to Lyon before then making our way up to Troyes and then back to Calais before getting back to England.